You might have seen it already, but this is the terrain train. I'm going to be showing a tutorial on how to build it for your own. First, grab a command block and turn off command block output and send command block feedback. Then we'll add the RNG scoreboard. Now we're going to be activating the armor stands with an item, so go ahead and get any item you want and name it auto. Then we'll execute as the armor stand, and we'll make it so it detects for the item auto. If it detects it, it will tag itself with autoGrass, which is the tag we're going to be using in this video. That command block then goes on repeat always active. If you hold control and copy the block, you could place it on top of it with the MBT data. Then delete all the way back to @s. Then you're gonna do run kill @e type equals item. Then it will be the name auto in a range of 2 and a count of 1. Then the type is chain, always active, and conditional. Now we're gonna move on to our RNG command block. And this one's gonna execute as the armor stand with the tag autoGrass. And I added @s, but it's not necessary for this one, so you could skip it. Then we'll do run scoreboard players random @s for the armor stand, then auto RNG, and depending on how many blocks you're using, I'm only using 3. So I'm gonna do 1, then I'm gonna put a 3. So the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 3. And I'm gonna name these command blocks so I don't get confused. This one's repeat, always active, and unconditional. You can change the delay and ticks to slow down the randomizer as well. And now we're gonna move on to the movement commands and execute as the armor stand with the tag autoGrass, then @s. Then we're gonna check if the block in front and a block down is a wool block. It has to be white underscore wool as well. When I did -2, make that a -1, and so it doesn't interfere with the jumping command block we're gonna add later. We're gonna do unless block, then the block right in front of the feet where it moves, unless if that's white wool. And I did a -1 here, just make that nothing, just take that -1 away. I will correct it later, but in this section I don't. We're also gonna do the block that's standing in, make sure that's not air so it doesn't move before it places a block. And this one is repeat, unconditional, and always active. Okay, then control copy that move command on top. And this one we're gonna make it for when the armor stand falls. And for this one, all you change is the Y value needs to be -1 now. And before, when I accidentally did -2 and a -1, you actually want those in this command block. So go ahead and just copy this down or copy it from the description. Okay, then you could copy the move command again. And we're gonna make this the place command. So we're gonna delete all of that all the way down to @s. Then we're gonna check if a block that it's standing in is air, so it doesn't try to place a block if there's a block there. Then I'll just rename this place for demonstration, and we'll do run tag @s add. Then we'll do, for this, we're just gonna do place. Then copy one of the repeating command blocks and place it. Then go all the way back down to @s. The one I copied didn't have the tag in it, so just if it doesn't, do tag equals autoGrass and just make sure that's in there. And we're also gonna do tag equals place. Then we'll do if score @s auto RNG, which is what we named the RNG scoreboard, matches, and I forgot it here, but I'll come back and fix it again. Matches 1, then we'll do run set block tilde grass, because the first block is going to be grass. We'll then copy this command and we'll place it on the top. Then for this one, I'm going to do the second one. And since I only have 3 blocks, I'm only going to do 3 of these. And then for the third one, I'm going to do concrete powder, which I kind of forgot how to do. So what I do if I do forget, I do /set block tilde, then, you know, the thing, I open an opening bracket, then you do space, then you could mess with that. Then add a command block, make sure it's facing out of the other one, the same direction. And this one would be tag at E with the tag place, remove place. You don't need to do tag equals place, but I just did here. And you put this on chain, conditional, always active, and then put it on the other place command blocks. And then I was wondering why it wasn't working, and I realized I forgot the matches. Make sure you have matches between the autorng and the number. And as you can see, it worked, and the reason why it's all grass, and I just realized now, is because I fixed the first command block first before I fixed the other ones, and that command block was the one to place grass. But now it works how it's supposed to. And then we're almost there. We have to make sure it kills itself when it hits the end, and that it could jump up blocks, because right now it can't. Okay, to get the jump working, we're going to copy the fall command block, and I'll just place it on top. I'm going to rename it to jump, you don't have to. And now instead of going 1 block down, I'm going to turn that into 1 block up. And then for checking this white wool, we could completely delete this part where it checks that white wool, and we'll just delete this one too. Do it from scratch. So if the block right in front of it is a wool block, a white wool block, then it should work. We're also just going to keep the unless block tilde air, just so it only jumps when it's done. And as you can see, it works. It jumps, it goes down, but the only thing that is not implemented yet is it dies at the end, and we don't have it invisible, which I'll show you how to do as well. So I'm just going to copy the jump command block up 1. I'll just name this finished. And then I'm going to change some of these with some unless checks. We're going to check if the block 2 blocks below the armor stand in front of it isn't white wool. We're also going to check if the white wool under its feet right in front of it, so 1 block down. And we're also going to check if there's white wool right in front of it. And then change the run command to kill as, and that should work. And it does. And all we need to do now is make it invisible, which you might know how to do this. It's not a very complicated command, but what it is effect at E. We're gonna do an open bracket, type equals armor stand, then a comma, tag equals autoGrass, then we'll affect it with invisibility 10 true. That would make it so you don't see any particles. And to test if it works, it does. Well, hopefully this tutorial wasn't too hard to watch, wasn't too bad. And if anyone needs help in the comments, I will gladly help you. And well, thank you for watching.